Hello, welcome to Storytime with Grandpa Oliver and my ever special guest, my granddaughter Shiloh. Today's story is called The Cafe at the Edge of the Woods. It was written and illustrated by Mikey Please. Renee dreamed of fine cuisine, and so she saved up every beam, then built a building beam by beam. The cafe at the edge of the woods. A single applicant replied, "I suppose you'll do then," Renee sighed. The waiter's name was Glumfoot. Above the door, there hung a bell to welcome in new clientele. But every morning, silence fell. No customers came calling. Perhaps this plot is the worst spot. A business plan I sure had not. My hopes and dreams will turn to rot. The waiter went out walking. He soon returned with company, who stood and stumbled clumsily. The man was taller than a tree. "A customer," croaked Glumfoot. Renee gawped and gasped in awe. Knuckles dragged upon the floor, tusks stuck from a lower jaw. The customer was an ogre. I am. Today's special is gravlax with saffron sautéed sticklebacks. "I'll grab a bag of pickled bats." "Pickled what?" said Renee. "The truffle stew is rather nice. It comes with peas and long grain rice." "Bats and slugs and battered mice." "Slugs and mice," gasped Renee. "Perhaps you'd like the cheddar tart, topped with chopped artichoke heart." "A bag of bats that smells like fart." "Smells like what?" shrieked Renee. "This is it. No more. I've had enough. I won't serve such disgusting stuff." Renee stormed off in a huff. "One moment, sir," said Glumfoot. I knew this was an awful plan. Pack my porcelain and pan. "Glumfoot, fetch a moving van." The waiter leaned and whispered, "The ogre's had a change of heart. He'd love to try the cheddar tart and all the rest. Best to make a start. His appetite's enormous." Renee's hand went to her chest. Her heart was pounding through her vest. "He'll have nothing but the very best. Glumfoot, fetch the saucepan." With fire and oil and swirling blade, pastry puffed, mushroom sautéed, each dish delicately displayed on top of Glumfoot's trolley. But as soon as Renee had turned her back, Glumfoot shuffled this and that. So when it reached the ogre's mat, everything looked different. The tart got flipped onto its back, so it looked like a pickled bat. The saffron swirls and sticklebacks became the battered mice. The truffle stew was shuffled too, to make it look like slugs in goo. The rice became maggot fondue. The whole lot looked disgusting. Renee glanced up as Glumfoot wheeled the ogre his gigantic meal. She held her breath. Would this appeal? The ogre looked suspicious. Then, with a roar, the ogre ate every scrap on every plate. He burped and mumbled, "That was great." Renee was delighted. She burst out of the kitchen door. "You like it? Would you like some more?" "I'll take a plate of that stuff. Your maggots were delicious." "Maggots?" On her heel she spun. "Glumfoot, tell, what have you done?" Renee turned from peach to plum. The ogre interrupted. "I never knew that slugs could be so crispy yet so tingly with subtle hints of salty sea. Renee's mouth hung open. And who knew that old bat could taste nothing like some household waste? That would be the miso paste, said Renee, standing straighter. Thanks for that. I'll come again and tell my family and friends. There's lots of folks round these ends who'd like this sort of litter. Knuckles dragged towards the door, a smile creased the tusk-lined jaw, and on the table, Renee saw a pile of golden nuggets. Glumfoot, I've been a nincompoop, but you've shown me a different route. From now on, I shall make the soup, and you shall write the menu. And from that day forth, above the door, the bell tinkled as more and more creatures from the legend and lore came looking for some breakfast. And Renee cooked up fine cuisine, while Glumfoot's menus raised a scream. They truly were the perfect team. The cafe at the edge of the woods.